Actually, all four of my uncles were Navy.
Yeah.
But these two were in World War II, and these two were in Korean War. We came from a very proud military history of, my great grandfather being in the Civil War, and then my grandfather being in the Ardennes and Meuse in World War I, which was an incredibly difficult battle that ended World War I. And then my dad being with the 5th Marine Division on Iwo Jima. And then these are my brothers and sisters, and this is my brother who is a retired Air Force Lieutenant Colonel. My sister Vanetta's husband was an officer in the Army. My sister Wallace was in the 2nd class of candidates at the Air Force Academy. So it kind of goes a little deep there too.
My dad, of course, I knew that he'd been in World War II. I didn't think that much about it when you were a kid, but every now and then he'd put on his Eisenhower jacket and stuff. He could still fit it for a while. And he'd put that on and stuff, and we would see those kind of things. I mean, I had thought all my life, really, about being in the military. I ended up only being in a short time. I went to officers training school in the Air Force and pilot training and so forth. I
kind of came from a lineage too, not ever thinking that my kids would go into the military. Our sons all signed up. It's a different situation today, and they had the choice, and they wanted to serve. They wanted to give back, and not one time have they ever regretted their time. They wanted to somehow give back to not only their community, their country, and they wanted to serve.
I've lived here in Prescott Valley for 52 years, since 1972. Came out here because my father was at Luke Air Force Base, and he retired there, and we lived owned a ranch down in Dewey, and I've been here for quite a long time to see this whole community go through some changes.
We've both taught here for a long time. I'm on my 36 years a teacher. We've both coached. We've coached Little League from little kids to high school, and just seeing those kids grow up, and then when you run into them somewhere and they say, "Hello, Mr. Hayes," or "Coach Hayes," or something like that, and they've got families of their own and kids, and they get into coaching and even teaching and things like that, that's pretty special. That's what makes living in a smaller community as special as it is. Our children grew up in this community. They went to Humboldt Unified School District schools, elementary, middle school, high school. They were both very involved in sports, athletics, whether it was baseball, softball, basketball, soccer, you name it. We tried to keep them busy in the community. They graduated from Bradshaw Mountain High School, both of them did. One day at my son's senior year, spring of his senior year, he came home and he said, "Dad, I don't think I'm going to ASU." And I said, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "Dad, I think I'm going to join the Marines." And it caught us completely off guard. Neither Sharon or I had been in the military, so we didn't see that one coming.
And that was really tough on me, especially with my son. Like I said, it did catch us off guard, but we just embraced it, and we were just proud of them. And as hard as it was, we just made sure we let them know we were very proud of them, and that it's their decision to do that. And you just have to support them unconditionally, whatever they choose.
And our daughter graduated a year later, and I think she saw what our son was doing. She saw what Zach was doing. She went to his graduation and things like that. And I think part of her wanted to feel that pride and serve her country, so she enlisted as well. So it was a surprise to us, and it's one of those things where initially you're scared because you think of the Marines and obviously the combat factor, but then you can't help but be immensely proud of the decision and the sacrifice that they're making in terms of what they're giving up to serve their country.
My oldest brother, he's deployed currently in Africa, and he'll be there till June of 2026. And should be my brother, he was a Marine and did a tour in Iraq, and then he's also a Yavapai County Deputy Sheriff, and he's been around here his whole life as well. So I felt like it'd be a good way to honor him and let everyone know that they're around. I found out about the Banners program through the town, hearing about it and also it on the social medias. And I thought it'd be a really cool way to represent my family that are active duty or reserves in the military and that do a lot. So I wanted to honor them. To put the banners up, it was a little bit of a process where we decided to put banners this year. Needed all new brackets, choice of locations. So it took a process. There's quite a few of them, but I wish we could do more. Even the guys that were hanging up the banners felt honored to be able to hang up banners and honor these people, because it's such a meaningful thing for not just myself, but everyone in the community to see their families, loved ones being honored in that way. So it's very exciting.
I'm a fan of Mayor Kells, and he had a blurb on there about the hometown heroes, and I thought, you know, of all the people that I know, these are 3 homegrown PV boys. They're homegrown here, you know. They fought on the turf here, you know. This was their football field. This is where they grew up and formed their ideas of what communities should be. And so I thought, what a great way to honor these 3 young men who are the product of a community spirit and a patriotic spirit.
Sharon saw the Hometown Heroes banner program and mentioned it to me, and we discussed it and we said, that'd be fantastic. So we filled out the paperwork or the application and received notification that they were accepted, and just the pride. When you think about it, you mentioned it to our son and daughter, to Zach and Sean. They don't look at themselves as heroes, they really don't. But I thought it was important that we look at them as heroes and their community looks at them as heroes. They did what they thought was right, they served their country, and most of them, I think, would probably do it again. And I think it's important that civilians or people look at that and appreciate what they did. And that was so important to us, that this program kind of recognized those people.
The banner program itself is just honoring the men and women that make the ultimate sacrifice.
When we saw them on the posts, it made me cry. It was a bigger reaction than I thought, to see their faces up there representing Prescott Valley, representing Arizona, representing their countries, and their fresh faces, you know. And, you know, among other incredible servants.
We drove out there and I just cried, just cried. It was just meant a lot, just knowing the time that they put in and seeing all of the other banners that are up too, and everybody's experiences and how they served and where they served. It was very touching and heartwarming, and just very appreciative and just humbled by the whole thing.
And I think that banner is just a symbol of people recognizing that and appreciating their service.
It's a really good feeling, get to go drive by and see their faces, even though it's a banner, get to see their faces and being showed that we appreciate what the men and women do that serve this country. It's truly exciting for me to get to see people that are excited, even drive around, seeing other people, looking at their own banners or their family members, seeing their smiles, taking pictures. It's really nice.
If nothing else ever comes of anything of their serving, I'm so grateful that they were recognized, that the town said, yeah, you know what, we're gonna note it. It's noted.